Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from Group 5 will present about principal challenge for management in global environment.
Management is the process of the organization resources that successfully accomplish their targets by administering and coordinating. In order to achieve their goals, all the managers and employees must complete the main purposes of management, which are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling process. All of the manager and their teammates, as assigned by their higher position leader, such as Chief Executive Officer, will together manage their tasks in the group to accomplish their tasks and organization targets. Global environment is a set of factors, hand conditions, of an association's limit in the world in which its behavior will influence the activity and shapes. Basic components influencing performance of an organization are the nature of the managers, comprehension of all factors or forces, and their capacity to react suitably to those forces.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Ain Natasha binti Muhammad Jamil from Group 5. So I will continue to present about the principal challenge of management in global environment during pandemic of COVID-19. So in 2019, we are surprised by the news from China about the rapid spread of coronavirus COVID-19 all over that country. After that, in 2020, once again, we are surprised by the news from all over the countries in this world about the widespread of this dangerous virus. This pandemic continue until this day, especially in Malaysia. The pandemic in COVID-19 is not only affect the people but also other things such as management. Management in the global environment must face many bad effects because of this pandemic. They struggle to manage many things in their organization so that the pandemic does not disturb them to accomplish their work and organization goals. Besides that, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, almost all the countries in this world did a total lockdown, or in Malaysia, we did a movement control order MCO to avoid this coronavirus spread continually. Because of that action from all the countries' government, management of many organizations in this world has to face many challenges to overcome this problem. There are many challenges that the global environment face, such as technology, economic, clinical and safety management, environmental waste, and others. So I will continue the first challenge of management in global environment during COVID-19 pandemic, which is technology. So in the era of modern technology, we cannot run from the weight of technology itself for every single thing in this world. Technology brings numerous services that improve and simplify our life. Management also needs technology to make it become more organized and easier to accomplish the goal that has been planned. Advanced technology give more advantages to all the managers and employees to do their tasks as assigned. For instance, they can do their reports, letters, and any writing tasks for faster and easier via computer than by handwriting. In addition, they can produce more quality products for the consumer and also can promote the product internationally with the help of technology. For example, Neelofa Hijab was founded by a Malaysian celebrity, Nur Neelofa Muhammad Noor, who launched a hijab online store and made the social media platform as a place to sell and promote her product. This will be easier and convenient for the hijab consumer. But for the current situation of pandemic COVID-19, technology also can be one of the challenge to the management. How it affect the management of the global environment? We'll discuss it more detail. As we know, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the government implemented the Movement Control Order MCO and several standard procedure operation for economy activity and others. For the economy, all of the manager and workers must do their work at home. So in order to do their work, they must use technology as a platform for them to work easily and conveniently. So they use video conferencing platforms such as Cisco Webex, Google Meet, Zoom, and others to communicate with each other. Those platforms have advantages, but sometimes it will be a drawback to an organization as to achieve their goals well. For instance, the managers and workers do their discussion using this platform for planning their target and determining the task to achieve the target. This will not be easy for them as they are not used to do visual planning, and it will take time for them to settle their works. Apart from planning, organizing the tasks that they already planned also be affected. Organizing the task is not easy to do only in online meeting because it needs proper discussion in order to assign the task on how it will be accomplished, who will be managed, who will be assigned, and how it will be managed. Indeed, the workers will not be excited to do their task as assigned, and the target will not be achieved well. Besides that, the leaders also find it difficult to lead their teammates if they just do visual communication. If the leading process is not going well, the organization goals cannot be accomplished as they plan. In addition, teammates cannot get enough motivation and inspiration from their leader because there is a barrier between them, which is technology. Last but not least, the managers also cannot do their task well, which is controlling their teammate. Controlling part is not effective if just doing online meeting, because to observe the progression of the task, you must do it face to face because to know how good the performance of their teammates did the task. In fact, the leader cannot control their teammate performance directly if they just meet during online session. So the task cannot be monitored well, and if anything is wrong with the task, they cannot fix it right away. They can lead to the failure of organization goal. As a conclusion for the technology challenge to management in a global environment, which there are many difficulties if we just depend on the technology. Even though technology is one of the facilities that make our work easier, it also has some disadvantages if we just rely on it too much in management. For example, we cannot deny that not all places or area that we stay in always have a good internet connection. Besides that, the upgrade technology make things hard for all the managers and employees to learn, and it will make the management progress of the organization become a bit slow. They will probably take a long time to adapt with the technology. The nature of the work also changes due to the pandemic COVID-19. So technology brings some facilities to management but to do the task, but it will also give more drawbacks to management. Thank you.
So I, Nur Nadira binti Muhammad Nurdin, will continue with economy. A country's overall health and comfort was affected because of the global environment or disease, much as COVID-19 pandemic. It also affected economic forces including interest rate, inflation, unemployment, and monetary development. Worsening macroeconomic condition in early 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic established a major danger because it reduced superior competence to gain access to the resource their organization needed to endure and succeed. During recession, profit-seeking companies such as hotel have less clients. Economic hardship complicated the environment by making managers' work more tougher. The outbreak has had quite a substantial impact on the economy, resulting in currency depreciation and a drop in the country's gross domestic product (GDP). For example, Malaysia monetary shrank to 5.6% in 2020. It is the lowest result since the Asian financial crisis in 1998. The country's GDP is anticipated to expand to 7.5% from 6.5% in 2021. The pandemic has a negative impact on numerous important industries such as hospitality, tourism, entertainment, etc., while postal and courier services is one of the lowest damaged sector because the consumer are encouraged to purchase online. Furthermore, all business must comply with the SOPs set by the government, which have an impact on their operation. During the current MCO 3.0 in Malaysia, the government lost about 1 billion ringgit Malaysia each day. Travel restriction and consumer risk aversion have a significant impact on all tourism-related industry. The majority of businesses' earnings have plummeted, and they facing financial and cash flow problem. As of 1st May 2020, from the total 4,094 Malaysian firms, 67.8% was stated to have no profit during the MCO phase. Financial volatility has increased as a result of numerous external concerns. In January 2021, the unemployment rate increased for about 4.9%. Supply disruption in commodities industry have occurred as a result of adverse conditions, ongoing maintenance work, and MCO SOPs. Can poor people cope with this kind of financial battle posed by COVID-19? Obviously not. Or maybe they can, but the probability to survive is thin day by day. As we know, Sabah is one of the Malaysia's poorest states with limited infrastructure, low educational level, and a high minimum wage for rural residents with stagnating wage. Vivian Wong, a parliament member of Sandakan Sabah, said due to this pandemic, Sabah need to face big challenge compared to 2019. Because of that, most of the country have taken measurement in order to restore their economy back. For example, in Malaysia, some of the initiative that government has prepared for us is Penjana. Penjana has 3 primary trusts and has 40 programs totaling 35 billion ringgit Malaysia. The first trust is empowering people to support and encourage Malaysian people. Among the initiatives that being introduced are wage subsidy program, social protection for gig economy workforce, and PRS pre-retirement withdrawals. Second trust is propelling business, which is to help entrepreneurs, especially for the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprise. Among the initiatives are fund to assist SMEs, micro and SMEs e-commerce campaign, smart automation grant, and the last trust is stimulating the economy. Among the initiatives are Dana Penjana Nasional, National Technology and Innovation Sandbox, e-Penjana for e-wallet usage, and Buy Malaysia campaign. Our government also prepared several measures of economic reallowance. Firstly, Malaysian Budget 2021 that was announced at the end of the previous year that proposed 322.5 million ringgit Malaysia in expenditure to rebuild the industry and aid Malaysian in battling with the COVID-19 pandemic. Second, Permekasa Plus that was revealed on 31st May 2021 that allocate 40 billion ringgit Malaysia to assist affected Malaysian and address the economic effect of the FMCO. It has 3 objectives, which is improving public health capacity, sustaining the Prihatin Rakyat agenda, and assisting with business continuity. Last but not least, the Kita Prihatin Economic Stimulus Package that was revealed on the September 23, 2020 to boost micro entrepreneur, personnel, and people from lower and middle income categories. Our government set aside 755 million ringgit for the Special Perhatian Grant, 2.4 billion for the Wage Subsidy Program 2.0, and 7 billion for the Bantuan Perhatian Nasional 2.0.
Okay, now we jump to the clinical management. World Health Organization, that also known as WHO, is one of the greatest managers that play the most of the part in COVID-19 in the world. What is World Health Organization? World Health Organization have three components that are brings the world scientists and global health professionals to accelerate the research and development process. Other than that, to develop new norms and standards of coronavirus pandemic and help care to those affected. Furthermore, to solidarity of all countries of the access COVID-19 health products. Have you ever wondering the World Health Organization is one of the best organization in the world? Let me give you the proof. One of them is they make sure the latest international multilingual scientific findings and knowledge of COVID-19 being given to all of them every day. Other than that, they do collaboration with R&D Blueprint to accelerate the diagnostic, vaccines, and therapeutics of coronavirus. Furthermore, the WHO COVID-19 database updated daily from searches of bibliography databases, hand searching, and the addition of other expert-referred scientific articles. Let's go to the WHO itself of COVID-19 clinical management. The COVID-19 clinical management gives living guidance and most up-to-date recommendations for the clinical management of people infected with COVID-19. They provide the guidance that is comprehensive and holistic for the optimal care of COVID-19 patients. They do conditional recommendation on use clinical judgment, pulse oximetry monitoring at home, awake prone positioning, thrombopolyphylaxis, dosing and anticoagulation, existing care bundles, and good practice statement on taking care of COVID-19 patients after acute illness. How about safety management? The foremen and laborers need to take care of their personal space and hygiene at the job site. Even the easy tasks become more complicated, they can adapt themselves on the new norms to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
The total number of cases people infected with COVID-19 in 219 countries has reached over 179 million. With a death count of more than 3.9 million, and it is still continuously increasing. World Health Organization (WHO) and other agencies announced many instructions to avoid virus spreading, but emergency and reaction procedure has an impact on waste generation, management, and also disposal. The globe was already experiencing the challenges in waste management before COVID-19 epidemic. Today, the amount of solid waste is at an alarming state. Thus, environmental waste in waste management also the challenges in global environment. There are three sources of waste generation during COVID-19 pandemic, which are health facilities, public and also online shopping and food delivery. for health facilities, the frontline medical workers such as doctor, nurse, caregivers, and those who involved in handling COVID-19 patients has been recommended to wear personal protective equipment to prevent the spread of the virus. For example, they need to wear a face mask, gown, gloves, and other disposable protective clothes. Okay, next, many nations has suggested their society to wear a face mask when they are in the public area to, to avoid being infected with the virus. The demand for PPE is at all-time high, and it is not recommended to reuse them since it can be a significant risk for viral reinfection. This suggestion lead to numerous PPE has been made and used daily during this pandemic. On the other hand, most dining venues and shopping malls were temporarily closed during the lockdown to maintain social distance. As a result, it has been a substantial growth in demand for food delivery and also online shopping, resulting increase to packaging materials such as plastic and papers. So there is an extreme change in nature of waste generated. Challenges of waste generation to management. The vast majority of used PPE is considered as medical or hazardous waste. They have an adverse impact to public and also the environment. Although solid waste management can lead to disease transmission, if the total cases of COVID-19 surpass drastically the current capacity of treatment facility, it is necessary to construct new treatment facility to handle this case. But, however, it is not easy since we cannot construct a new facility in a short period of time during this pandemic. Failure to handle waste generated from household and health facility may result in secondary transmission of COVID-19. Because of the possibility of widespread dumping and also burning. These two things will reduce the air quality and also harm the health consequences of their society. Besides, associated with illegal disposal in waterway, face mask is reportedly built up along the pathway of the beaches in Hong Kong, which can harm the marine environment. Marine ecosystem incorrectly consider face mask to be their food and later will make they eat it and harm their life. Thus, a face mask should be disposed in a correct way in order to avoid the wildlife and the marine life be maltreated and harmed. In order to prevent the disease transmission through waste and achieve the goals, the associated organization should consider how waste may be managed, controlled, and organized. They should also give information on the measure adopted by different countries to control the solid waste during the COVID-19 pandemic. It is important to understand the life cycle of the viruses, transmission and control channel in order to address waste created by household, street, quarantine place, and also hospital. Lastly, some preventive measures should be made by managers to ensure these waste can be handled correctly and efficiently. How decently managers make the decision determine how rapidly and effective crisis response can be executed, and sometimes it can stop or decrease the seriousness of the problem in its own right. In summary, COVID-19 pandemic has brought many difficulties and challenges to management in global environment. In fact, the pandemic not only increasing the case number but also affect the management. Many small and large organizations shuttered their doors and are looking for new ways to keep their businesses functioning as effectively as possible. Because of this crisis, the associated organization should produce a plan to manage the outbreak on their ability to accomplish the objective and expectation from the customers. Moreover, managers should lead the effort that outline what lesson has been learned from the crisis and highlight what modification would be required to be effectively functioning in new circumstances. Failure to appropriately manage this challenge can lead to significant damage to stakeholders, financial loss for an organization, the company's demise, and or even society. That's all from us from Group 5. Thank you. That's all from us. Thank you.